Last episode was pretty crazy to say the least. I finished building my giant spruce manor, and now we're gonna set our sights onto a new project. What is up, everybody? I hope you guys are doing well, and it is time to start building something. What I want to build today is like a farmhouse with a windmill kind of thing with some crop fields and animal farms, because I have been munching a lot making these videos and I need some food. And I think this is a pretty good solution because I can build something cool and make it aesthetically pleasing while also expanding the kingdom and making it useful. Hopefully we can make it look super sick and get a lot of food out of it, because that's kind of the main goal. And while I'm working in this area, I also want to terraform quite a bit and make the landscape look a lot better, because right now it's looking pretty rough. But before we do that, I need to chop down quite a bit of trees because my shovel is absolutely cooked, as you can see. Okay, that's a pretty good amount. Hopefully we can get some good XP. This guy scares me just being in the room with him. I do not want to get whacked. That repaired at a pretty good amount. Hopefully we can at least make it through this project. It's going to be pretty difficult to make a follow-up build after making that giant house last episode, but I'm going to give it my best. I want to extend this path over in this direction and connect it up to the farmhouse and windmill, but the ground here is way too uneven and steep, so I'm going to get to work on terraforming it. Yeah, this might take a tad bit longer than I thought. There was way more blocks than I anticipated, so I had to make a few chests for storage. It's times like these where a beacon will be pretty nice right now. Okay, this is starting to look pretty good. I think this is finally a good foundation to start building on. And yeah, this area kind of looks like a train wreck, but I'll get to it eventually. I want to build the house right over here and kind of have it drip down this side of the hill, or if that's the right word, drip. I don't know. I want to have it come down here with a forge and some animal pens and a few crop fields down here, just something small. Do you have anything to add, Mr. Chicken? Thankfully, we're done terraforming, so now I can just focus on gathering all the materials. And it just rained, so there's a giant rainbow above my pond and next to my house. That looks so sick. Oh, and that reminds me, a lot of you guys were wondering what shaders I use. I use complementary unbound shaders. And I had to change some of the settings, like the nighttime sky, I changed that, and I made caves a little bit brighter as well. And I will be putting the Lightmatica schematic from episode 1 in the description if you guys want to download that. So now I'm getting all the different wood types that we'll need for the build. And I don't know what happened to my OBS footage where I was gathering some materials and I built the first tiny bit of my house, but it's pretty much just gone now, so I don't know. Thankfully the flashback mod was able to catch a lot of it. So here we're using some oak and birch on the roof. I added some lecterns connected to spruce fence gates, and the main tower turned out really nice. I used some strip spruce with some regular oak logs, and I'm really loving the way mud looks with spruce. No way they're already here. I swear these guys come every time I try to build. I wonder how many times we're going to see those guys throughout the series. In this last section, I wanted to change it up a little bit, so I went with some stripped jungle and oak, which I liked way more than I thought I would. And I think the spruce trim for the roof really ties it all together. And with the last roof, I just went in with some spruce trim and oak on the inside. Now that that roof is done and I have the wool in hand, we can finally start working on this windmill. Alright, I tried to design a windmill like 7 times and I could just not figure it out. So this one's heavily inspired by another builder and I'll put their name in the description. But everything else was designed by me. Even without the details, I'm really liking the way everything came out. Please don't explode. Thank you. But now we're gonna have to go mining for some copper because this is all we have currently. We were able to find a ton of copper and we got just about 6 stacks. Hopefully we'll be able to use all this copper for future builds too, but I'm not sure how much we'll use in this singular build. Now I got all the copper smelting away. Just from looking at it from over here, it's looking pretty good. Thankfully we got all the materials that we'll need for the detailing and all that, so after this, the house should be pretty much done. Time for another montage. I am thrilled with the way everything came out. It took a bit longer than expected, but it was definitely worth it. I was a huge fan from the copper accents from the first build, so I had to bring those back into the corners of the towers, and that turned out really good. Now I want to add some copper bulbs for the inside, get those lit up, and perfect. Alright, now with the lights in the windows, it's looking pretty good. I still got some farmland in here, I gotta stomp that out. We cannot be having any of that. The house is looking great, but the terrain down here can definitely use some help. It's hurting for sure. So I'm gonna get to work on cleaning this up a little bit and seeing what I can do. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do here, but I'm gonna just start off by at least covering this up and making it flat. That's a bit better. But it is now time to hit the hay, because I do not want mobs sneaking up on me. We're making some decent progress. It's looking a lot better than before, and definitely a lot flatter. I gotta take a quick break to yet again repair my shovel. This sucker is already about to break. So back to the villagers we go. There we go. It really isn't so bad. They get pretty good XP from trading. Alright, that's much better. But I really need to make an experience farm soon. Maybe episode 3. Now that our shovel is better, we're back to it. That is a lot of grass. Now that I'm done digging, we got a nice flat area to work with. What I'm thinking is the path will come down from the house, run along this edge, and split the area up a bit. I want the pig pen over here, a cow pen on this side, and a wheat and carrot crop farm in between those. On this top layer, I also want to add a pond that flows down into a smaller kind of puddle thing for the pigs. Alright, now that we have a pretty decent game plan, I think I'll probably start with working on the path. But these chests don't really have anything that we need. So I will check the house real quick. Man, I never get tired of going up this path. Alright, let's see what we got in here. There's some coarse dirt, but probably have to make some more of that. And we're gonna need some mud. Okay, there's all the dirt. And now we need to get some mud from the river. And you stay here, Mr. Horsey. You cannot come with. Unless you're smelling mighty funky and need to take a shower, that's cool. Am I the only one that really likes the mud sound? Like when you turn dirt into mud? Breaking it is also quite nice. Alright, hopefully that'll be enough mud, because I need some mud for the pig pen, and then I want some packed mud for the path. And I might as well get some sugar cane while I'm down here. I didn't really show these in the first episode, but this is my bone meal farm and my honey farm. And they're actually extremely effective. And the bone meal farm is pretty cool, because if you swap out the composters for some hoppers, it kind of doubles as like a moss farm too, as you can see in this chest. I figured I should show y'all the farm because they're kind of crucial parts of my building. But back to working on the path. We got pretty much all the materials we'll need for it, so I'm gonna just kind of start miscellaneously like changing out the blocks and see what I can come up with. Look at this guy, he already knows it's gonna be his new pen. Don't worry, Mr. Cow, we'll get it soon. I used the same blocks that I used for my other paths, but I added some podzol to this one. I think it's turning out pretty nice, but it's still very unfinished. I started mapping out the different sections that I want to have, like the animal pens and all the crop fields. So now I'm going to get to work on the fencing and the stone perimeter. So far everything is turning out really well. Right now I'm just working on like a shack for the piggies. Also, in between building the stone wall, I moved all the chests down over here. I think I'll use some trapdoors for the edges and campfires in the middle. Man, that sound never gets old. Put some more trapdoors here with the slab and upside down stair. With this table looking thing, I feel like there should be like a piggy bartender behind there or something. This is turning out pretty nice. I think I'm gonna start working on this like path gate kind of entrance here. I think this turned out pretty good. Now I'm working on the wheat farm over here, and I started doing this new thing where I put like glowstone under the water spots, and I think it makes a really cool effect and like lights up the farm a good bit. I'll show y'all when it's nighttime. Now I just gotta put in the carrot field, and oops, I ran out of dirt. I think you can use podzol. I don't know. I almost forgot I need some water for the farms. There we go. And another one. I'll come back and fix up this pond, but for now I just want an infinite water source so I can get these farms going. There's all the water, and now I just gotta till them. Alright. Now the other one. Can you can't till podzol. What about using a shovel? Oh! Okay, it does work. With all of that turned into farmland, we can now start planting the seeds. There's the wheat field all done, and I don't remember if I actually have any carrots. Let me run up here real quick and check. Oh, we do. We have a single carrot. Maybe we have some back at the base? I'm not really sure. If we did have any, they would definitely be in this chest though. And there is not any carrots. I guess we'll just get a lot of bone meal to compensate. I mean, we have plenty of potatoes, but that's not really helpful. Holy schmoly. 5 carrots? I forgot how good Fortune 3 is. Yeah, we're definitely chilling on carrots now. Can we get a baby chicken? No luck. Now that the carrot farm is all finished, I think I want to add some bone meal to the cow pen and make it look a little bit nicer. Alright, that looks better. Now I want to add one more tiny potato farm in the corner. I think that'll kind of break up the blandness. And perfect. I found 2 piggies. Okay, I gotta put building on hold for a second. Come here, Mr. Piggy. Mr. Piggy. Okay, there's one. Okay. I'm gonna take a nap real quick, y'all. Hang tight. Alright, come on, y'all. It's time to go to your new home, which isn't finished yet, but it will be soon. I promise you, y'all can do it. One at a time, one at a time. One at a time. Yo, my bad. Come back, come back. Oh, no way. He's not in. Okay, there we go. Alright, he's locked in again. Perfect, perfect. Alright, let me make sure this stone wall is pig-proof. Alrighty, y'all, Mr. Piggies, I have a gift for you. Perfect. Now we got the piggies in their house, and we have a baby piggy. Look at this guy. Now that we got the pigs in here, I want to finish up the pond for them. And for this one, I'm using pretty much the same blocks that I used for the big pond back at my house. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I just want to add a waterfall. So here, I want to extend the base layer of the house and make like a stone wall that kind of wraps around with a pond on top. The stone wall and the pond turned out really good, and the leaves are a great pop of color, along with the blue water. Now it's time to adjust our focus over to the forge in the basement area. So I'm going to start digging this out and replacing the walls and all that stuff and see where we go from there. I'm really starting to see the vision now that the forge is all dug out. So now we need to go get some resources to detail the inside of it. And I'm going to start with getting some lava. Thankfully, there's a naturally generated source right here. I'm going to make some blocks of coal because I think that could be a pretty cool decoration. And because we are low on iron, hopefully this iron ore will give us all the iron that we need for the rest of this project. But I'm not 100% sure. I'm sorry, Mr. Golem, but we are in desperate need of iron right now. I also want to put some blast furnaces inside the forge itself, so I'm going to need some more of that smooth stone. And perfect. Alright, hopefully that'll be the last trip we have to do to the house for materials, because I think we have everything. We'll find out. Alright, Horsey, you stay there, because it is time to decorate. I finally finished the forge and I think it turned out really good. I have like pretty much no experience in interior stuff, but I gave it my best and I think it turned out really nice. And now we're pretty much all but done with everything. I want to add a few finishing touches like a crop field, and I want to have a path go from here and connect up to the main one. I also want to fix up this kind of rocky area because it's looking really bad right now. I just had a sick idea. I want to have like a wheat field right here with a path going in the center of it so there's wheat on either side of you. Alright, we'll get the glowstone in there. And I need a little bit of grass because there's a giant hole in our farm right now. And there we go, perfect. Now I gotta convert this podzol into some path blocks. Now into farmland. The glowstone is giving off a really cool effect for the farm. Okay, this side is done. And now this side as well. And I think I'll plant the seeds first. That way, when we're done decorating the path and all that, it'll be fully grown. Actually, never mind, because I think this is all the seeds that we have. So now I'll get to work on the path. The farmhouse came out so good. I'm loving the path, and the wheat field came out just as I imagined. This looks so sick. The pond is also looking really good. And the pigs are still looking lively. Man, this is a sick angle to look back up at the house. That's so cool. The horsey is enjoying some grass, and it is looking good. The wheat and carrot fields are almost done growing, but we have barely any cows. It took me kind of a long time to find cows, opposed to the pigs were here basically just straight off the rip. So we don't really have that many cows, but we'll get them breeded up eventually. The forge is looking good, but now we got to get rid of all these chests and move them back up to the main house. It is looking good coming down the path, but uh-oh. Oh no, no way these guys are back again. Is it just two of you? It's looking like it. I don't see anybody else. That was pretty peculiar. I've never really seen just two of them. The only thing that kind of stinks about doing big builds like this early game is transporting the materials without shulkers kind of stinks. But I'm not that mad about the trips because going up this path looks so cool. I'm not really sure if these will be helpful, but hopefully the bundles can make a difference. Those bundles actually made a huge difference. It was about like 3 double chests and now it was just this. Okay, it was the last of everything. And I can't forget about these guys either. And that should be everything. Okay, that should be all of it. We moved everything back into these chests right over here. But it is absolutely horrendous, and this mess, I need to deal with it. So now my plan is to do the interior of this house, and I want to make like a basement with a giant storage room for all the blocks and stuff. Because as this kingdom is only getting bigger, the storage room cannot stay like this. I don't really know where to start, because same thing with the forge, I've never really done interiors before. So hopefully we can make it work. I want to start by probably doing a ceiling and a floor, because as of now you just kind of walk off into grass. I'm not sure what all materials I'll need to use, but I'm assuming I'll probably need a lot of wood. So I think I'm going to just start by collecting a ton of wood. Alright, this is a pretty good spot. I brought pretty much all of my saplings and a ton of bone meal. So I'm going to just be here for a while and see how much wood I can get. Yeah, my axe will definitely make it through this, right? Thanks to all this tree chopping, I'm pretty sure I'm going to hear this stuff in my dreams. Okay, after a few hours of mining, we got a ton of wood. And it is safe to say that mangrove is not fun to gather at all. It took like 30 minutes just to get this amount of mangrove. But we got a good amount of wood for everything else. Okay, we got all the wood we need, but we'll probably need a lot of sugarcane for books. Man, an automatic sugarcane farm would be pretty nice. Wait, you can't bone meal sugar? I had barely any wool, so I went on a wild sheep hunt, and I got quite a bit of wool. Alright, that's going to take a little while to get the bookshelves in, because we only have 54 books. Okay, I don't really have all the materials that I want, but I figured I should just get started and place them in the floor, because it's so chaotic right now. I think if I just got the floor in, it'll make it a little bit easier to kind of see where we want to go from there. So for this room, I want to do like a mangrove checkerboard pattern. Okay, unfortunately, these chests are going to have to go. And I'm going to temporarily store them underneath the floor for now. Okay, that's a lot better. Ooh, that looks really good. I actually really like that. Okay, I'll get this torched up just in case. I do not want to get blown up. And I think I'll add some slabs connecting these two levels. Originally, I was doing a spruce floor, but I think I want to do something else. This side, I'm going with birch, and I think this will be like a kind of dinner dining area over here. Okay, we are just about done here with this section, and that actually looks really nice. It's an interesting choice for a floor block, but the top texture of the beehive looks really nice. But we are out of those, unfortunately. I gotta run over to the honey farm real quick and grab some honeycomb. Oh, perfect. We got plenty over here. Okay, now we can get back to placing these. So here's what I'm thinking. we'll have like a little carpet area right here that leads over to the kitchen. We'll have the dining room over here and a fireplace with a couch over here. For this side, I'm gonna do some spruce slabs. All right, now I'm gonna start working on the ceilings a little bit. I think that's a pretty good height for this room. I'm gonna go across here with a bunch of beams and we'll see from there. For this ceiling, I wanna do slabs like this with a trapdoor in the middle. Alrighty. Alright, that is already looking a lot better. Okay, I feel so lost in the sauce right now because I don't really know where to start, but I think I'm gonna start by making like a little staircase for the door right here. I think we'll just use some dark oak and I'll do some spruce stairs and slabs. Okay, that doesn't look bad. Okay, we'll round this off. Going with some trapdoors and some shelves. Forgot the name for a second. At the top of here, lanterns and some fences. Yeah, that doesn't look half bad. Alright, but actually we're gonna have to put a pin in this for a sec because those are all the torches that I have and that'll probably not be enough lanterns. And I'll probably need copper too. So I'm gonna go mining for some coal and grab some copper too. There's a little cave entrance around here somewhere. Oh yeah, here we go. I think we'll be able to get a lot of coal. We're gonna have to expand the sugarcane farm. And right off the rip, we got 3 veins of copper. That's gotta be a good sign. Man, this is a huge vein of coal. Holy. Yeah, we're gonna have to extend. Yeah, we're gonna have to expand the sugarcane farm a good bit. Cause I just crafted a bunch of books. Oh, it's a skeleton. Oh my word, that's so good. I think it's like right under our house of sugarcane, and it gave me like 50 bucks. All right, we will definitely be back for this. That is awesome. Making an XP farm would be amazing because as you can see, my tools are taking a beating. And I've had to waste a lot of wood to repair them, so that kind of stinks. But now that we found that spawner, we'll be able to make an awesome farm. Coming out of the mines, and that was extremely successful. We got a lot of coal. I don't think we'll be running out of coal anytime soon. Thankfully, we came out of the caves at the perfect time to see this awesome sunrise. Okay, I'm gonna just mine 55 with fortune, see how much I can get. Alright, that was pretty good. Now we should be able to make plenty of lanterns. We don't have a ton of iron, but I hope that won't be an issue. I think I'll add some lanterns on the sides here. Okay, that looks pretty decent. I feel like I'm just stalling for time right now. I do not want to start building interior. Although, we gotta get it done sometime. So, I'm gonna just try to place a bunch of blocks randomly and hopefully it'll work out. Alrighty, let's see if I can do this front door. Thinking lecterns, something like that. With a little bit of this maybe. You know, let's just get some glowberry in there. Why not? Oh no, I got a better idea. Do this, and then we'll put a slab there instead. There we go. Oh, that looks pretty good. Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay, now I'll do like a little shelf or something right here. I think these acacia trapdoors are gonna come in really clutch for the interior. Maybe like a candle or something. How do you even make candles? I don't remember. Oh, for 1 candle? Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay, so far we have 4, and yeah, we're gonna be out here for a while. Oh, there's 2, but they're right next to creepers. Oh no, 3. Nope, creeper. Oh. Holy cow. Why is he invisible? Dude, what is going on? This is so hectic right now. Okay, 12? Oh, no. Dude, the creepers are so goofy. They need to take a chill pill. I'm almost wondering if it'd be easier to try to find like a mine shaft or something. Dude, this guy's really trying to shoot me all the way from there. No way. Looky what we have here. Oh, the farmland's looking nice. Yeah, so I'm in a bit of a sticky situation here. The sun is coming up and I only have 20 string. So I think what I'll do is I'll just put 1 candle in each spot for now, and then I'll come back later when I have more string. Okay, bam and bam. 1 candle by itself looks so sad. Okay, maybe we'll get a little something like this going. Okay, that looks kind of cool. I don't really know what it is, but that looks pretty good. We'll slap a candle here. Bam. Maybe like a little... I thought we had clay, but I guess not. Time to go back to the river. Yeah, we're really gonna need to make that XP farm. My shovel is hurting. Alright, let's go in here with some barrels and a crafting table. We'll get some trapdoors on the sides here and some bookshelves. I want to try like a mini bush here in the corner. Ooh, I really like that. Let's try to make a little sofa back here. Put some trapdoors up there. Nice. Okay, this is looking pretty good so far. Not bad at all. Is that the wandering trader that I hear? He said, Let me go around here, see what he has. Mr. Trader, what have you? Yeah, pretty much straight buns. Oh, I will take the leads though. Freest leads of my life. Hush, hush, little llama. Unfortunately, that is the price you have to pay for bad trades. I do not make the rules here. We'll get a copper chain in there with a pot and azalea. Okay, this is really starting to look good. I just need to add some paintings every now and then, and I think then it'll really come alive. Let's do a little bit of this. Throw one of these in the corner. Bam, bam. Throw some bookshelves back here, and perfect. Alright, now I want to add like a green carpet over here. I think this will look pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna put some glowstone under the carpet so it'll glow a little bit. Man, that color contrasts the different floors perfectly. Okay, now I'm gonna put, I think I'll put like a cyan carpet right here. There we go. Okay, I think that looks really good. Man, I was so nervous to try interiors, but this is coming along nicely. Now it is time to start working on the dining room, and for the ceiling, I want to use some dark oak. Alright, that's looking good. I'll also fill in these kind of cracks right here. Alright, we'll set up a little dining table right here with some oak fences and jungle trapdoors. Okay, that's looking pretty good. We'll get a little chandelier going up in here. I really like the way this dining table came out. That looks great. Okay, now we'll go in with some decorations. Okay, now I'm gonna throw in some of these bushes. I cannot explain how much I love these bushes. This looks so good. All these colors are kind of plain, so I'm gonna go with some acacia and kind of break it up a little bit. Add some of these bookshelves here, and we'll top it off with some trapdoors. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm kind of just gonna replicate that on these sides. For the middle one, we'll do some barrels at the bottom with some bookshelves and more acacia trapdoors. I went ahead and rounded this off a little bit with some stairs and trapdoors, and I added some copper at the bottom. Also, I want to add some sort of light under these. Like, I was thinking glowstone or copper bulbs, but I'm not very liquid on those at the moment, so might have to wait for another time. Alright, the dining area is looking good. It's a tiny bit dark, but we'll fix that. Now it's time to adjust our focus to this area, and I'm making this the kitchen, and this will be kind of like a little chill couch spot with the fireplace. Okay, we'll get a little kind of shelf thingy right here. For the fireplace, I want to go in with some bricks and granite. Oops, I don't have any stairs on me. Okay, we'll go up 3 on this side with the stair. You like that? No, actually, let's bring this out by 1. Okay, perfect. That looks pretty good. And we'll swap out the floor here. Okay, then we're going to add some iron bars and campfire right there. Alright, now I'll go in with an oak sofa. Maybe something like that. We'll add a little table. There we go. Okay, this is looking nice. And a lantern. Perfect. Alright, the staircase can go right over here. And I think I'll put like a little awning up here. And we'll get some trapdoors along this side. Perfect, that looks good. And here we'll get some dark oak with spruce fencing and some slabs. Oh yeah, this is starting to come together. Alright, now I'm gonna go in and add the red carpet around the couch. And perfect. I have a pretty cool idea with the railing. So I'm thinking we'll go in with some acacia trapdoors and waxed copper chains. Okay, that looks pretty sick. I really like that. Okay, now we're gonna work on the kitchen. I'll start with some blast furnaces and a crafting table. And I think I'm gonna use primarily birch for this kitchen. Then I'm gonna whip out some birch shelves. We'll put a refrigerator in this corner, barrels on top of that, and I'll have a little island here. I wanna make like a little rack right here with some campfires on it so we can store raw food. Getting the roof in. This kitchen is looking so good. I'm loving the way it's coming out. Now it's time to go upstairs, and I think I want my bedroom to be right here. I'm gonna start by getting a wall placed down. Okay, now for the ceiling. I think I heard another trader. There he is. What are you selling, sir? Oh, I will take that. I'm so glad we were able to get cherry saplings without having to go look for them. Mainly because I love the way that they look in pots. Alrighty, he is looking pretty good now. So now I'm gonna add some bushes and a little shelf. This is looking great. Now time for the inside of the room. So I'm gonna start off with a stone brick platform for the bed to be on. We got some stairs around it. Get a little nightstand and some slabs to outline it. There's 1 and 2. Now I'm gonna try something a little funky. I'm gonna use coral fans as like a carpet. We'll see how it looks. Ooh, that kind of looks nice. I like that. And I want to get an ender chest up here eventually, but this will do for now. And I'm gonna try something new here. I'm gonna use hanging signs as a decoration. You know what? I really like that. That's sick. I think right here I'll have like a really big painting. Over here we're gonna go back in with the bookshelves. Get a lantern from here. And right here I want to put a chimney. Alrighty, there's the chimney all done. And I think over here I'm gonna come back with some acacia hanging signs. We'll get some pillows in there. Oh, that looks awesome. Sweet. Alrighty, this is all done. Besides the paintings, everything is complete. I am so happy to say that this interior is finally coming to a close, and the last thing to do is add a bunch of paintings everywhere. So I'm gonna just spam paintings everywhere and let you know how it goes. I am so happy to say that we're finally done everything. We finished all the paintings and we got rid of all the chests that were in the way, and it is looking amazing. The interior kind of took a while, but it was still a great episode, and we got a ton of progress done. This was a great episode, and we got a ton of progress done. But before we head out, Ryan commented a great idea. So I think it's only right that he's the first fish. Here goes the first fish of the pond. Be free, little salmon. And if any of you guys want to be in the pond as well, all you have to do is be subscribed and comment fishy. And I'll pick one person for each video. That number might change, but for now that's what I'm thinking. I truly mean it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if anyone else has any great ideas or what we should do in future episodes, feel free to comment them because I'm completely open to suggestions. Thank you guys and have a great day.